Go through the details real quick. So, 2 are dead after BCSO deputy involved shooting manhunt through a San Antonio suburb. MySanAntonio.com, this is where I'm getting this. They didn't have a paywall, so, check out MySanAntonio.com. They won't fuck you over with a paywall. So, San Antonio, Texas, a police-involved shooting. The perpetrator, the woman, she was a wanted felon. She was a suspect in a recent car theft, was killed by gunfire at the Pecan Grove manufactured home community located off of FM 78 on the banks of Cibolo Creek. She'd been trying to break into a mobile home. There was a child that was inside. Deputies caught up to her. All 4 deputies shot. Killed her, killed the woman, and killed a 6-year-old boy. So some more details. 100 block of Peach Lane. They said that one round penetrated the wall and struck the boy in the torso, so shot him in the stomach. They haven't released the kid's name, which I think is ridiculous. Even in death, he doesn't even get a name. He was a student at Weiderman Elementary School in Cibolo. So they didn't find a gun in the woman's possession after she was killed. But they had said that she pointed a firearm from before, and earlier in the day, she was hiding in the closet. She pointed a gun, then when she was running away, she pointed the gun at least once directly at a deputy who was chasing her. And they're going to continue to search for that gun, because surely there must have been some gun. It was after a 2-hour manhunt unfolded for some distance at the Bexar County, Guadalupe County line. At one point, crossing the chin-deep waters of Cibolo Creek, the woman swam across. They're not saying who anybody is. So it's like a bunch of characters. You got one woman, and you got a 6-year-old boy, and you got armed men in uniforms. What's their names? They don't have names. They're just characters to a story. So she swims across the Cibolo Creek, and one K-9 officer discarded his body armor, swam after her while he was carrying his dog. This seems crazy, okay? So the incident began at 10:48 a.m. when a man reported a woman had stolen his car. The caller said he knew who the woman was, where they could find her. They thought that she was armed. They find her in the 11,200 block of FM 1518. What's up with y'all's directions, San Antonio, Texas? At which point she showed a gun and threatened to shoot a deputy. She showed a gun, okay? They keep changing the story. She showed a gun, so she was like, hey guys, here's a gun. It's right here. What do you think about it? Meanwhile, they got the guns pointed out. Their guns are already pointed. They definitely had a gun right in their holster, possibly pointed. So she showed the gun, threatened to shoot a deputy. She runs away. She goes down a ravine, crosses a creek, disappears into a wooded area. They call other police agencies for backup. Then there was a 90-minute search of the wooded area. Tracking dogs picked up and lost the woman's scent several times. And that's when they eventually found her. She ran to the mobile park. 2 residents who crossed her path reported that she physically threatened them. The pilot of a Texas Department Public Safety helicopter circling overhead reported the woman reached for her waistband several times, indicating she may be armed, the sheriff said. The pilot watched as the woman tried breaking into several mobile homes in the area, and she made her way to the child's home where deputies closed in on her. And they don't know what specifically prompted the 4 deputies to open fire. So all 4 deputies just opened fire. And some of them have only been on the force for 2 years. Some of them have been on there for 27 years. So if you've been on the force for 27 years, you'll probably get away with just wanton murder, right? 27 years old, that's a veteran of the force. So they don't at all mention who the kid is. There's the 2 other people. One guy said he shut the door, and somebody else who walked away. She was like, help me. And then she was like, I'm going to go this way. And that's it. Okay, so let's talk about it now. So what happened? What's the deal here? So she was a woman, right? She's in a closet, and she shows a gun. I mean, it doesn't even sound like she's like pointing a gun, threatening, saying, "Hey, I'll shoot you. Let's, you get out of here." No, she just shows the gun. So probably what? Just surprised them. They came in and they didn't have their guns drawn. Because how do you corner a woman in a closet and not catch her? She points the gun at you. Okay, you're scared, but then she gets up to run away. She got the gun on you the whole time. Is she like punking you out? I don't know. It seems very suspect. And then she doesn't have a gun when they kill her. So, she probably threw it when she was, running through the woods, or threw it into the creek, or buried it somewhere, threw it in a hole. And so, okay, you find the gun. That at least somewhat justifies you killing her, because you didn't know if she had a gun. But what was the deal with the 6-year-old? So let's go back to the other woman first, right? Everybody would agree that the 6-year-old shouldn't have been shot, but this woman had been shot. She had a gun. She pointed it out. She was a felon. She stole a car. She did a lot of horrible shit. She stole somebody's vehicle. If the person knew who did it, it seems weird that she'd steal the car and then just kind of chill inside her house, So that the whole thing kind of seems weird, but let's just assume everything that she did was, what as they said that she did. Should she have been shot and killed? Yeah, she initially had a gun, and you don't know if she had a gun anymore, and then maybe she could have been a menace to the rest of society. She was threatening people, right? You better help me out. And who knows how that could have ended, right? That's God, when you have the entire police force after you. So, I don't know. I guess it's a sticky situation. I would like to think that you could have caught her and not have shot and killed her. There's 4 grown men on the scene, and she was trying to break into the mobile home, but they pushed her out. So, a family who had no guns was able to punk her out, but then the cops are scared of her, so scared to death, that they just opened fire. One of them opened fire, then they all just started gleefully pop, 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 pop. Just having a good old time, right? I don't know. I like the way military people do the thing. Military people get the job done, right? That's what Jesse Ventura says. They do a double tap in the head, and then that's it, right? That'll kill a person, so you don't need to have 4 people crisscross shot and shooting your entire, until your chamber empties. So, I like to think that there was something that could have been done that she couldn't have been shot. She didn't have a gun at the end. So she got rid of that gun. They said that she showed the gun, so it doesn't sound like she's pointing the gun. It just sounds like she sprung it on him and then ran away real fast. So, I guess they scared him or something. I don't know how the fuck she slipped through their fingers. And then they make a big deal, which, I guess if you point the gun in the sight, but they said there was that one time that she kind of pointed the gun, so if she's running and then just kind of pointing the gun backwards just so she'll get some time to run away. And she stole the car, so it's hard to even defend her. She stole the car. She had a gun. She pointed it at the cop. But 3 hours later, 2 hours later, fast forward, she didn't have a gun. And so, I don't know. I mean, execution. She stole a car. She should do time for that. But she shouldn't have been murdered. The punishment didn't fit the crime. But even if you said that it was okay that she got shot, was she that big of a danger that you would say that 6-year-old should have got shot too? I hope not. Right before Christmas too. I don't know what's going on with you, Texas. You sons of bitches, you stupid motherfuckers. You're fucking up the entire planet with your global warming oil and gas industry, polluting all over the goddamn place. Now you're shooting your own fucking 6-year-olds. Alright, shoot them up, ask questions later. Let God sort them out. Isn't that what some of you sick fucks say? So I wish I knew who the kid's name was, because when you say the kid's name to the earth, they're still alive. But kid from San Antonio, R.I.P., man.